Welcome to the Crossroads, where we honor the duality of life, embracing the darkness, and loving the light. Together we'll explore spiritual philosophy, mythology, shamanic practices, witchcraft, and more. Join me as we journey through the mysteries of life, death, and everything in between. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. This podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only and not professional advice. Please use your own discretion and enjoy the show. Hi, welcome to the Crossroads. My name is Angela and I'm the owner of Arcana Apothecary. So today we are going to discuss the concept of the evil eye, what it is and how to cure it. So at its core, evil eye is the belief that someone's gaze, especially one filled with envy or jealousy, can cause real harm. And this harm may not necessarily be intentional, but stemming from jealousy or excessive admiration, or might be deliberately malicious. Symptoms can range from emotional distress to financial hardship to full-on physical illness, car accidents, or sudden streaks of bad luck. And this isn't just some old superstition. It's a reflection of the power of human emotion and how that emotion can move energy. The origins of the evil eye date back to some of humanity's earliest civilizations, such as Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Hellenistic world. The concept has appeared in texts and traditions across the Mediterranean, South Asia, Latin America, Islamic cultures, Judaism. In Latin America and Spain, they call it mal de ojo. In Jewish tradition, they call it ayinaha. And in Italy, malocchio. And also in Persian culture, it's referred to and known as the salty eye. I'm likely butchering all these pronunciations, so please don't come after me. I apologize. Now, taking a step deeper into Italian folklore, there's a more intense version of the evil eye, or the malocchio, as they call it, called the jettatore. The jettatore it's an old Italian word that refers to the curse or this act of bringing bad luck. And a jettatore is the person believed to carry this curse or spread misfortune simply by their presence. Unlike someone who curses on purpose, the jettatore unknowingly brings bad luck to those around them. Their presence alone drains people, causes things to go wrong, and creates sickness and tension. They don't necessarily even need to cast the evil eye to cause harm. They kind of just embody the evil eye. They themselves are the curse. Just their presence or involvement will cause problems, even if they mean well. This kind of energetic negativity is often linked to very deep-rooted trauma, narcissism, hatred, turning them into kind of a walking curse. Kind of like someone that we would call a jinx, but much heavier, much more spiritually loaded. Though very rare, the jettatore is said to have effects similar to the evil eye, but with far more intense consequences. It's one of those things that you just can't believe until you actually experience it for yourself. I have personally only experienced one person that I will call a jettatore. I've experienced plenty of narcissists, and I've had plenty of experiences with the evil eye, but only one jettatore, because it is very rare, and it truly was unbelievable. And while this person was in my life, I could feel that I was getting the evil eye from them, and my guides had warned me that I needed to be careful of the evil eye from them, but they referred to the malocchio, which was interesting at the time, because I was more often using the term evil eye. But anyway, so I was doing all the things that I would normally do to clear myself of the evil eye and to protect and shield myself, but for the first time ever, it was not working. I could not rid myself of it. And it got to the point where the annoying symptoms of the evil eye were becoming seriously dangerous. And on a daily basis, every time I would get into the car to drive somewhere, I would get into a near car accident. I was constantly getting injured and hurt and had several serious close calls. So when I talked to my guides about it and asked, why can I not clear this? They showed me this person. They told me to look deeper. And they always like to make me figure things out for myself. They never just want to give me answers. So I really took a good look at them, and I looked in their energy field, and that's when I finally saw it, that they were adiaratore. And I can see now how my guides were hinting at that through calling the evil eye the malocchio instead of the evil eye. They were hinting at that Italian background. And there may be other names as well for the ieratore, but I'm only familiar with the Italian term. But I had never experienced one before, and now looking back, there were so many signs from the very start, because I just felt so physically sick in this person's presence, so much more than with normal evil eye or anything like that. So some of the signs that someone is a ieratore is that they're always around when things go wrong, that people feel drained and anxious and even sick in their presence when they're around them, or even after being around them. They also often tend to stare way too intently, or they may compliment others in a way that feels really off. They can also have a foul smell, body odor, poor hygiene, and also very narcissistic tendencies. They may also likely have past traumas and even some dark and disturbing habits and secrets and things like that. And just to be clear, not every narcissist is a ieratore, and not every ieratore may be a narcissist, but there is a strong link between the two, I feel. So basic symptoms of the evil eye can vary depending on the intent of the person casting it. You likely won't experience all the possible symptoms of evil eye, as they often reflect a very specific, intent or envy directed at you. For example, if someone is jealous of your financial success, then the effects of the evil eye may show up as unexpected expenses, job opportunities lost, financial setbacks, things like that. Or if the envy is more focused on your appearance, then this might cause things like hair loss, dark circles under your eyes, weight changes, things like that. And of course, these symptoms can have other medical causes, so it's important to trust your judgment, and if necessary, consult a doctor or medical professional. Physical symptoms of the evil eye can include bruising, dark circles under your eyes, pale skin, itching, headaches, hot and cold flashes, eye twitches, frequent nosebleeds, sneezing, yawning a lot when you're in their presence as well, sweating when you're in their presence, sore throat, nausea, constipation, diarrhea, fatigue, joint pain, hair loss, weight changes, impotence, infertility, and even dental issues. And some of the more mental and emotional symptoms may include insomnia, nightmares, irritability, aggression, anxiety, panic attacks, depression, apathy. And then some of the more environmental or situational effects can be clumsiness, falls, tripping, dropping things, accidents, injuries, car crashes, fires, household and car problems, frequent arguments, loss of opportunities, financial setbacks, forgetfulness, confusion, even spoiled food, your food spoiling too quickly, dead animals around your home, tech glitches or embarrassing situations happening, and kind of just that feeling that everything's going wrong. Now, if it's the ieratore, the symptoms are similar but can be much more severe. So this may be chronic illness, severe mental disorder, life-threatening accidents, constant bad luck, and this feeling that your entire life is falling apart or that you're in constant danger. Now, if you suspect that you've been affected by the evil eye, we're going to go over some methods of how to clear that negative energy. So the first being the egg cleanse. This is kind of an old school ritual, which is still commonly used today, where you roll an egg over your entire body to absorb this energy of the evil eye, and then you crack it into a glass of water, and then you can read the signs in that water. And you can look this up if you want to. I think I posted an article in one of my past e-magazines about egg reading and egg cleanses. And lemon cleanse as well. You can place a lemon under your bed to absorb and draw away the effects of the evil eye. It's also worth noting that both the egg and the lemon are shaped like the eye. What else? The olive oil and salt bath. So this is where you would rub olive oil all over your body and then in the shower, you'd scrub it away with salt. This will help cleanse you of that negative energy and clear you of the evil eye. And then rinse thoroughly in the shower, of course. Smoke clearing, smudging, or using smoke ritual to clear the energy from you and your home. Bay leaf ritual. So you can also write the name of the person that you believe is sending you this evil eye on the bay leaf, also shaped like an eye, and then you burn it to release their hold on you. And then reversing spells or bindings. In severe cases, consider using these types of spells to reverse that evil eye or to bind them from harming you. When things get really bad, don't be afraid to cast something back if you absolutely need to. As long as it's not done out of vengeance and more out of self-defense. To counter the Yeratora, Italians would use those red horned charms, or they would use hand gestures like the horns or the fig, and these were intended to throw back the curse. And this is exactly what I had to do to clear myself of the malocchio or the Yeratora. And I was shown by my guides to throw it back, which was something that I don't normally do. I would always choose to clear and protect myself over using reversal spells or return to sender spells, just for ethical reasons. When we cast someone's negative energy back to them, that's not necessarily out of love. It's more vengeful than that. And also when we send negative energy back to someone, that's not going to make them treat you any better. That's just going to make them even more nasty. You're just adding to and amplifying the negativity and that toxic energy. So I would always try to clear and alchemize energy first, and only cast it back when absolutely necessary out of true self-defense. And this happened to be one of those situations. Normal evil eye is pretty easy to clear once you know what you're doing, but the Yeratora is something else, as I learned. So I was shown to cast it back. This was what it was going to take to be able to break the hold that it had on me, and sure enough, it worked. Now, I don't know if this is something that I necessarily want to teach here at this time, at least because, I don't normally condone intentionally casting evil eye or curses and things like that. But if you really feel like you're in this situation and you need to break this, do reach out to me personally. I can help guide you through it. It's just very important to make sure that you're acting out of self-defense and love and not vengeance, because that will come back to you. Now, some preventative measures that you can take to guard and protect yourself from evil eye include wearing protective charms. This includes, the blue Nazar eye, like we're all very familiar with. We've seen this around quite a bit. What else? The Italian chili peppers, the horns, like I mentioned. The Hamsa, the Eye of Horus, and carrying mojos or spell bags with you. And crystals like obsidian. I like lapis lazuli for evil eye, as well as tourmaline. And energy work, protecting yourself using like energy shielding techniques, creating bubbles of white light around you or mirrored bubbles around you, shielding and reflecting back any negativity sent your way. And rituals like anointing yourself in protective oils, burning protective candles, and using affirmations to keep yourself protected and shielded. Protecting your space as well, putting salt mounds in the corners of your home or in windowsills and doorways to help shield out negative energy. And then just limiting people's access to you in general. Keep your distance from negative people, limit interaction, and keep yourself guarded. Now, the evil eye today has become pretty trendy. You see in tattoos and jewelry and, aesthetic home decor and things like that. But the meaning behind it is still very sacred. And in a world where social media has been weaponized with comparison and envy, the evil eye is more relevant than ever. When strangers are watching you and your every move online, not all of them are rooting for you. By understanding the power of our thoughts and our emotions, we can learn to master the energy that we're sending out, as well as protect ourselves from what we're taking in. The evil eye serves as this reminder that energy is always in motion, and with awareness and intention, we can choose to channel it in ways that empower us and uplift us. True protection begins with understanding, our own energy and using that to create harmony within us and around us. So with that, thank you for joining me today, and share your thoughts and ideas on the evil eye, things that you've experienced, symptoms, how you've had to clear yourself, or if you need help clearing, let me know. I'll see you next time. Thank you for joining me at The Crossroads, which is brought to you by Arcana Apothecary. Visit me at arcanaapothecary.com and connect on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue this journey together. Remember, there's a time for love and light, and there's a time for raising hell. Until next time, I'll meet you at the crossroads.